From the Millersville University Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Kyle Elliott here with the medium range forecast and video discussion issued on Monday, June 1st. Well, the warming trend that begins on Wednesday is going to continue through the end of the week and even the start of the upcoming weekend, and 90-degree heat will be back in the forecast by Friday and Saturday. So without further ado, let me start by taking a look at the Canadian model for 2 p.m. on Thursday. And what you'll notice here is that sprawling high pressure system is still located over the southern Appalachian and southeastern United States. To its north, winds are going to turn west-northwesterly on Thursday across the lower Susquehanna Valley. So with that downsloping westerly flow off the Appalachians, that's going to boost high temperatures back into the mid-80s on Thursday afternoon. But fortunately, humidity is still going to be very low with dew points only in the 40s. So it's still going to be a great day to get outside and enjoy the great outdoors. As we move forward into Friday, what you'll notice is that high pressure system sags farther south and east near the Carolina coastline. Both the Canadian and the European models agree on that. So we still have this persistent westerly downsloping flow off the Appalachians. So that warming trend again will continue into Friday. High temperatures by Friday afternoon will be back around the 90-degree mark under mostly sunny skies. But again, humidity is still going to be very low on Friday with dew points only in the upper 40s to low 50s. So the actual heat index value may be 1 to 3 degrees lower than the actual air temperature. So again, still going to be a really nice day to get outside and enjoy that sunshine. As we move forward then into Saturday, that high pressure system shifts into the southwestern Atlantic. Again, that westerly flow is going to continue here through the start of the upcoming weekend. So high temperatures on Saturday will likely be in the low 90s under partly sunny skies, but humidity is still going to be very low for this time of the year. Dew points will only be in the low to mid 50s. So with that being said, if you do have prolonged outdoor activities, make sure to drink plenty of water and wear loose-fitting, light-colored clothing. But this heat is not going to be of the dangerous variety. What you will notice on Saturday is that the Canadian model shows this backdoor cold front draped much farther north than the European model. The European model shows the front already draped along I-90 by Saturday afternoon, and that's going to have implications on the forecast for the second half of the weekend. Because the backdoor cold front is weaker and that press of cooler Canadian air is not as strong on the Canadian model, by Sunday afternoon, that backdoor cold front is still draped somewhere between the PA-New York border and Interstate 90. So if the Canadian's correct, we still have that westerly flow on Sunday, and that would actually mean hotter conditions even than Saturday with highs in the low to mid-90s, and dew points would likely be back up in the low to mid-60s by Sunday afternoon in this case. So heat indices could be as high as the mid to perhaps even upper 90s on Sunday, but boy, it's entirely different on the European model. It shows this cool Canadian high pressure system pushing southward into New England, and it really shoves that backdoor cold front up against the eastern slopes of the Appalachians. So if the Euro's right, Sunday actually turns out cloudy, damp, and dreary with periods of rain and temperatures in the 60s. So we have a really big difference here between the two models. I will say that the Icon model is in agreement with the Canadian here, and the GFS model actually has a cold frontal passage moving in from the west. So the European is on an island here showing this backdoor cold front. Getting this far south and west, it really isn't early June climatology to expect a backdoor cold front to get that far south and west. So I'm kind of leaning toward the Canadian Icon, kind of a blend of those two, and the GFS solution at this time, with highs still in the mid-80s on Sunday with a chance of showers. So as we take a look at the medium range Campus Weather Service forecast, mostly sunny and warm on Thursday with low humidity, high 86. Mostly sunny and hot, but not humid, both Friday and Saturday. High on Friday, 90, with a high of 92 on Saturday. And then looking forward into Sunday, partly to mostly cloudy with a chance of showers. Again, temperatures are uncertain at this point, but I think a good middle ground compromise is highs in the mid-80s. Well, that'll do it for this edition of the Medium Range Forecast. Make sure to tune in next Monday for the latest edition. Until then, stay cool late this week and the upcoming weekend, and just stay tuned to at MU Weather and my special weather discussions for finessed details on Sunday's forecast later this week.